Hello and welcome to When Wrestlers Act. I'm John Cronshaw. Hello, Colin.
Hello, John.
How you doing?
I'm 3 days away from death.
Really? Aren't we all? Isn't that the curse of life?
Well, if the death clock was to be believed, I think we're about 2 minutes away.
Yeah? Oh, well. Could be worse, I guess. In the meantime, we've watched Glow, continuing the Glow thing. I can't remember which episode number this is. Was it 6?
I think it was 6.
I'll say 6. This was interesting. I don't know about you, but I noticed there was a bit of a thing in this. What was it called? Story. Did you notice that? Bit of a storyline?
Yes, something happened.
Stuff happened in the other ones, but this actually moved things on, and yeah, stuff happening with meaning.
Wow.
So that's a step up.
It's definitely a step in a positive direction, I believe.
This was, where were we in the story? I suppose we were at the point where they'd spent an episode setting up stuff. Could have missed 2 episodes, really, and be at the same point. We started off, you had Ruth and Sam at the gym, and Ruth is practicing her Russian character. So Sam is trying to convince Debbie to work with Ruth. You know, he's really into the Russian character. He thinks it's good. And Ruth is kind of doing stuff in the ring by herself. She's doing a match on her own.
Yeah,
if you've ever seen any of
yes, that Japanese gentleman.
That's, Kota Ibushi, when he did the matches with the sex doll.
Or Ric Flair when he goes off on one and starts doing elbow drops on his jacket.
Yeah. So it was kind of like, the match against the Invisible Man or something. I think they did something like this in AEW. I don't know. Debbie, not impressed, is she?
Well, why would she be?
Not impressed. She's very good at not being impressed with anything that Ruth does. I think Ruth is on an uphill battle, which is very unfair. You know, she might have some great ideas just because she had sex with her husband. You think that she'd be able to take more of an objective view of Ruth's talents.
Yeah, I think Debbie's being a bit vindictive, to be honest. She's to let it go.
Yeah. We have Sam giving Ruth a day off. Then we cut to Justine. Remember Justine, the little goth one, who we would have fancied when we were about 13?
That's the one. Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure you do anyway, but yeah. She does look about 12. So her and the pizza guy, remember the pizza guy from last week? That was a kind of storyline. They got together, it was all great, and the pizza guy is insulting Sam's movies, and she's like totally offended and walks off.
So she should be. I mean, she's got to show some loyalty to her employer at least. That's the bread off her money table, or whatever the phrase is. And you can't bite the hand that feeds to the ducks, or I'm stuck with metaphors.
No, I think you're spot on. I think if you feed the ducks, it sounds right to me anyway.
Yeah.
We get Ruth in the hotel, and she's questioning, remember the Russian guy?
Yes.
Remember him?
What was his name?
Boris?
Like our Prime Minister?
Vladimir? What? We've been infiltrated by the Russians. You've unpacked it, Colin. You've solved it.
What, that's one called Alexander Boris DeFeifel Johnson is our Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's a good name.
DeFeifel.
The Russian guy thinks she's a prostitute. And she's like, I'm not a prostitute, I'm an actress. So, yeah, of course you are. That's what they all say. Within a second of thinking that she's a prostitute, he invites her to a family event because she says she wants to do Russian stuff. She says that she doesn't want it to be a cliche. She wants to kind of be respectful to the Russian heritage, which is very noble, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. And she's not being selfish about it.
No.
And she's not a horrible, selfish creature.
She's a flawed protagonist, let's say.
Okay.
We've got Justine again, and she's jealous of Kate Nash because Kate Nash is having Sam watch her do wee-wees and things like that.
Yeah.
So
that's just
jealousy.
Weird.
Creepy store, creepy behaviour. Wonder what that's about. And then quickly go to the Russian party. Guess what they're drinking?
Drambuie.
No, vodka.
So
Russian.
Yes. Dickhead. I should have known that.
Yeah. And what kind of party is it?
It's a bris.
Yeah.
A bris happening just way too late. Because how old
the guy
is the
is 18?
being bris? Yeah, he's 18. And he's being dragged to have his circumcision.
Oh, horrible. they're like, well, we're free to be Jewish over here, so,
Yes.
we've got to chop the penis end off.
And
Ugh.
he's just shouting in Russian with the subtitles. I don't want to be Jewish. Leave my penis alone.
Yes.
I'm sure it's probably not that bad. I'm not going to try it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can try. I'll leave it to you.
I thought you were going to say...
You can report.
You could try it. I'll film it and put it on the internet.
Yeah, do it for YouTube or could do that. What was that thing called?
What, Jackass?
It was like a Scottish version of Jackass.
Oh.
No, the Scottish one who used to do stupider stuff.
McJackass. Jockass.
Shut up.
Oh.
Jockass.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think we've just alienated a listener there.
But we've got the anti-Scottish brigade on board, so it all balances out in the end. We welcome everyone. We don't care.
One in, one out.
We get Liberty Bell in the ring, and she's fighting Welfare Queen. There we go. There's our wrestler.
Yeah.
And Welfare Queen is going on about her food stamps and all this, and Liberty Bell's kind of saying, oh, this is America, you're meant to work. But because Welfare Queen is charismatic, she ends up being the babyface. Debbie isn't impressed.
Yeah, Welfare Queen, she's definitely got that sort of comedy babyface thing going on. And she's the sort of person who does heelish things, but in a comedic way. She's like a funny Stone Cold.
Okay.
I don't know, probably... no, she's got that R-Truth thing going on.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Okay. We are back at the Briss, and Ruth, she's going around and she's talking to people. She's pretending to be Russian at a Russian thing.
How's she pretending to be Russian? By drinking vodka and speaking with a Russian accent.
It doesn't convince anyone, and people think she's a prostitute. And then she gets convinced to sing a Barbra Streisand song for some reason.
It's from the film Yentl, where Barbra Streisand...
Yeah, that means nothing to me.
I looked it up at the time. Barbra Streisand is a Russian girl who's pretending to be a Russian boy so she can go to school. I think it is something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and she is Yentl. And the Russian circumcised Jew boy is, oh, it's my party and I love Barbra Streisand. Make her sing. So she does.
Yeah.
And you know what? She was really good.
Well, she's a trained actress, of course.
Yeah.
Cut back to Liberty Bell. She's fighting the other girl. She fights Beirut.
Yep.
And, it gets a bit racist, I would say. And then she fights Sheila. And there's not really, she doesn't quite understand her motivations for being Sheila's enemy.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't like dogs or wolves or, I don't know. You never guess what? By the end of this, she's not impressed.
She's not impressed, but she's never impressed. But then she's fighting that woman who was the original Liberty Bell, who just gives her what they call in wrestling terms a receipt. Gives her an actual swatting.
I wanted to be Liberty Bell. I'm the gold medalist.
Do you reckon that's how Kurt Angle started out?
I think so, yeah. As, a Viking?
Yeah.
Okay. Cherry's not impressed. She's another character who's regularly not impressed with things. And then Justine turns up. She's not impressed. And she accuses Sam of being a sellout. Boo! Because of, he's meant to be a great filmmaker, and instead he's wasting his time making wrestling.
What's wrong with selling out? Don't you want to sell lots of books?
Yes.
You want to sell out your entire stock of virtual books?
I want to sell out of ebooks. No, I don't. I want to sell infinite books. There we go. Yeah, that's what I need. If anyone wants to buy infinite books, you're more than welcome. But only if you're a fan of upper young adult fantasy.
And
because I don't want my also boughts being ruined. Got some nice organic sales going on, so yeah.
So you can go buy some organic bread, seeing as you're a middle class hipster writer now.
Why would I buy organic bread? I don't eat bread.
Oh, that's a point.
Apart from avocado toast, because that's a thing apparently. Is that on bread? I don't even. Is that avocado?
It is
on
avocado
toast,
on toast.
Toasted avocado. Okay. See, I didn't know that, and you did. So.
I work in a big city, John, and also it's not just avocado. It's not even mashed avocado. It's smashed avocado. Smashed.
Is that like what smashes to potato?
No, it actually is an avocado. And I think what you do is you sort of splat it a little, then spread it about. Whereas my idea of a smashed avocado is you have to.
What are you talking about here? Sounds to me like you've been on Pornhub again.
What do you mean again? I'm never off it. My idea of a smashed avocado is you just pick up an avocado and you throw it against a wall. And then you scrape it off the wall and put it onto your toast, and smashed avocado on toast.
Okay. See, I don't know all these things. It's good. We're just getting pulled pork in Morecambe.
Is that you on Pornhub again?
Yay! Jesus. Right, I'm off.
Back to the action.
I don't even know where we were. We were talking. There were people who weren't impressed. I think Cherry wasn't impressed. Justine wasn't impressed with Sam. Sam isn't impressed with Debbie. And he says that she needs to be professional. And she says, I'm doing this. I could be with my baby. Blah, blah, blah. He says, babies are boring. They've got no sense of irony. They've not been travelling. Don't fight the inevitable, Just do it. You've got to team up with Ruth.
I'm with him on that
Ruth
one.
arrives.
Yeah,
Ruth arrives and a bit tense. And then Liberty Bell throws herself into hating Ruth, which she can do quite well, but obviously Russian Ruth.
But when Russian Ruth turns up, she's wearing a sort of babushka outfit as well.
Yeah, like the Orthodox Jew kind of character.
Yeah.
Which, again, very racist. So they decide, okay, we need to go with the Russian.
But Ruth is wankered at this point as well. Yeah. She's come straight from the party. They have a match, and Ruth calls it in the ring quite well. Debbie gets into it. Debbie vanquishes her Russian opponent. Then, as she's on the floor, Ruth tries to say, you have vanquished me, but I shall have last laugh. And then Debbie kicks and says, shush, I have the last word. And then she goes off and vomits, and Debbie looks to the camera and says, Russians, they can't even hold their drink. And thus a star is born.
Boom. Yay.
Yay.
It'll get good now.
It will. But then the episode comes to an end with a bizarre moment, which has kind of piqued my interest. What's she called? The 12-year-old goth girl.
Oh, Justine.
She nicks a camera. She goes into Sam's office, and I think she takes a video camera, puts that in her bag, and then she goes.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see where that goes.
That's how they get you. That's the hook.
Yes. So I'm glad to say it's picked up, because I was getting a bit concerned with 2 nothing episodes in a row. It was dull, but it has picked up. It was a good episode, and it's left me wanting more.
Excellent. There we go.
Yes. Did you enjoy this one?
I did. I thought it was good.
Yes. We've had actual development here. We've had the birth of Zoya, I'm presuming. Does she get a name in this, or does that come later?
Don't know when she starts to become Zoya.
So going forward, I think in storyline, good things could happen from this point. But going forward with the Glow as a story, as long as it keeps going like this, I think it'll only get better. And it's already quite good.
Still chart?
Nope.
Excellent. Next time, we've got the next episode to do, whatever that one is.
It's probably some sort of number. I'm guessing 7?
Yeah, maybe. I think I am out of points to make. So we shall depart and be on our merry way. Bye. Bye.
Yeah.